What route the assailant may have used that night is still a mystery, and the weapon used in the murders of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman is still missing. Was it, as the prosecution suggests, contained in a bag that was disposed of at the Los Angeles airport, or did it disappear in Chicago? Well, Inside Edition spoke to a retired Los Angeles police officer whose beat was here in the Simpson neighborhood, and he offers a unique theory.
I think there's clearly a possibility of another route.
Jim King patrolled the West Los Angeles area for 22 years. He says he has personal knowledge of O.J.'s troubled past.
I dealt with O.J. the first time he was in a spousal battery situation with Marguerite. So very early on, some 20 years ago, I began to deal with O.J. in that regard.
Marguerite has since denied that O.J. ever hit her. While he has no direct access to evidence in the Simpson trial, one thing he takes issue with is the route investigators say O.J. may have taken from Nicole's apartment on Bundy Drive back to his Rockingham estate.
If O.J. did commit the crimes, he would want to get back to Rockingham as quietly and as surreptitiously as possible. Kenner is a very easy road to do that. Homewood is even better.
The LAPD refuses to comment on what specific routes they searched, but they did say they checked out all possibilities. King believes he knows of areas where the police didn't look and speculates that it would have been possible for Simpson to have disposed of any incriminating evidence before he reached his Rockingham estate just a few miles from Nicole's. Walking King's back route, we found a sweatshirt deep in the vegetation growing along one of the alternate routes to O.J.'s estate.
This is an area where you could drive along and toss it out of the car, out of the passenger side as you drive up Elkins Road in this same area here. I mean, just it's coincidental that this is here, but that's very typical of what we're talking about that we're looking for.
King pointed out vegetation along the route to O.J.'s that he believes hasn't been searched.
You can see how deep this ice plant is. It's considerably deep, and if you move over this area, you know, you have a major root system that you'd be hard-pressed to find anything because of the ability of it to penetrate and get down below the roots without a metal detector.
King says in addition to areas along this route, there are a number of trails and paths which could have been overlooked. He showed us a trail just down from O.J.'s home on Rockingham that is hidden between the manicured lawns and remote-controlled security fences that only a street cop who worked this area for 2 decades would know about.
Now, one of the trails just a mere 2 blocks north on Rockingham from O.J.'s is here at this private residence. You drive in, you never would see it, and as you're looking forward, this driveway turns into a trail that accesses the area alongside this residence down to Mandeville Canyon.
How would O.J. know about this area here?
Well, O.J. walked in the neighborhood. He had his dogs, and from time to time, he would walk his dogs. And a dog would find that trail in a second.
King pointed out that there could have been a pre-dug hole where evidence could have been secreted. Remember, there was a shovel found in the back of O.J.'s Bronco, or the items could have been tossed into the dense brush.
I'm sure no one has looked back here. Once you know about this particular trail with the proximity that it is to O.J.'s house, it's a wonderful place for someone to plan to dump murder weapon and bloody clothes.